Anyway, so tonight I welcome to Doyle Band in conversation with Katja Zero of 13X, I believe it is, isn't it? Yes. So welcome. How are you this jolly freezing evening?
Trying to stay warm, sitting by the radiator, jumpers, everything's good.
Sure you don't
want in a nice warm house, it doesn't matter what it's doing outside.
That seems to make
keep
some sense.
Positive.
Right, so this is the first time I think I've had someone on who doesn't do music with vocals, or at least not usually. Quite an unusual musician, are you not? I'm sure you would agree on that. So tell people what your style is then, that'll be easy.
Oh, God. What is my style?
You're the glitch queen, yes?
Partly, yeah. Part glitch. Basically just inspired by everything, really. So it's like bits of industrial, bits of glitch art, bits of like grunge, just bits of everything, really. It's kind of like a massive mess.
And it's what you can put together on your laptop, so it's a bit of a combination of all those things. So what inspires you then? What artists have inspired your kind of style, which is something that is a little tricky to define, but something decidedly compelling, I feel.
Yeah, very much so. I think like early influences growing up were always like the psychedelic rock bands. Like my folks were really into stuff like Deep Purple, Led Zeppelin, Stiff Little Fingers, all that sort of stuff. So you grow up with that as a kid, and then like early 90s grunge happened, and like the early rave explosion. So there was little bits from that were just, wow, this sounds amazing. You know, people using wall of feedback like you've never even heard before. And then just growing up, as you do, music styles sort of change and expand, and next thing you know, you're listening to like 1920 Lead Belly demos. So it's like, I'm inspired by everything, either music or technology gets obviously a lot of love. Robots,
really, but I really ought to have written something exciting on my chest, but never mind. Right, yeah. So, what was it that sort of first inspired you then to actually start making your own music?
I guess like there'd always been a really strong musician sort of thing from my dad. And before him, my granddad, like, both of them were drummers. Both of them were really into playing the drums, and Dad sort of got me into drum lessons when I was about 9. So, basically, just starting drumming, then got to about 14, 13. Huge Nirvana fan, wanted to play guitar. And time went on, getting more into sort of electronica and industrial stuff, and just started making music on terrible little programs.
So what programs did you start making music on then? What programs did you start making music on then?
If anyone remembers, like, either EJ. Or Music 2000 for the PlayStation 1.
I mean, I've got a track on YouTube that is made on Music 3000.
Oh, that was good. Music 3000 was good.
But I did it on the PS2. But I totally loved Hip Hop EJ, so that was the only one where you could change the tempo.
That was the one.
Yeah, it's quality. There were some great loops on that. All the rest were fixed to a set BPM.
It's like, there you go, 90 BPM. Enjoy. It's like, how can you make breakcore with this?
Well, I guess you just have to double the samples or something.
And the problem we used to have, if you ever used Music 2000, was it had a thing where you could import samples off CD. But if you used a track with any kind of CD sample in it, you couldn't save it because it was too big for the memory card.
Yeah, of course it would be, wouldn't it?
So what we used to do is just hook the PlayStation up to the tape recorder and then just make these little crappy tape demos of all these like little Music 2000 songs we made. And that was like a lot of fun.
So
really
what do you make music with these days then?
Pretty much Ableton, Logic sometimes. I do collaborations with Herm Taper in York, so when we're working together, we're usually doing it on his Mac. So, but yeah, usually sort of Ableton, or I like working with found sounds and stuff as well. Sort of, if something sounds weird and percussive, or could be an interesting sample, then I just like recording random things and putting it through Abe and doing horrible things to it.
Yeah, as I said before, it's sort of difficult to precisely pin down the exact style that you are, as you just mentioned. Also, like there tends to be that sort of glitchy element, but that also leads me on to your visual art side. You're quite keen on doing glitch pictures as well, aren't you? But you say you've often sort of boasted somewhat about them being hardcore ones insofar as you do it in C or something along those lines. Tell us about that then.
Oh, I don't actually use Notepad. I tried it. C++ is just...
Right, so basically I've now outed you as a total fake and liar.
I am not a fake. There is another way of doing it, which doesn't use C++, which isn't app-based and isn't fake. Basically, it's also taking my love of music as well. You can take a picture and put it through a program called Audacity.
Yes, I know that one very well.
You turn a picture into a bitmap image, put it through Audacity, and that reads the picture as a sound file.
Mm-hmm.
And then from that sound file, you can overlay different sort of audio effects, like a distortion will have one effect, inverting it will have another, and then you just kind of mush it all together, re-export it as a picture, and boom, there's your crazy picture.
So what is it?
I've got that to about.
What is it about doing that you find so appealing and exciting then?
I can't draw.
Oh, fair enough then.
No, it's the same, sort of a similar approach with my music, just taking something natural, normal, and just breaking it and distorting it and just seeing what the hell comes out the other end.
I suppose it's that idea perhaps of the never knowing exactly what you're going to get may prove exciting, and seeing what you can turn something into. It's a bit like when I do remixes, I like to see what bizarre thing I can change it into. You've done much remix work at all?
Not really, no.
I'd have thought you'd be a prime choice. I thought you would have been a prime choice for a bit of remixing, really, considering the sort of thing you do.
Yeah, I'm lazy. It's been a hell of a
so far we've established that you're both fake and you're lazy. So we're doing well so far.
Yeah, don't ever come and see me. It'll just be like a coat hanger. That's it.
I've even booked you for. I've booked you for a gig before, and very good you were too.
Oh, thanks.
I mean, the thing is, I saw you live first, and admittedly there isn't much spectacular stage show, but the music is just it's just really great. I mean,
I want to work on that.
Yeah,
I want to work on that.
See what you can do with that. But also, you occasionally like to do a bit of work as a promoter for music as well. So why take that risk? What makes you want to not just be a musician, but to actually put on gigs as well?
I guess there's so many good people out there who, I guess, might not get any kind of exposure or a chance to play live, you know? And it's kind of like, in the past, people have helped me get gigs, and I just want to bring these amazingly talented people to, you know, a room full of people, really. It's weird. I think it's kind of like you get that community spirit as well, which is really important, I think, for local and underground music. And like I say, it's just awesome to give people that chance and get new talent out there. And if people come down and see X, Y, and Z band and they think they're amazing and they want to book them, then that's a conduit, I guess.
I've never seen X, Y, and Z band. Are they any good?
They're a bit zip.
Yeah. So it's a risky thing, though, isn't it, to put on gigs? I mean, it's one of the most stressful things anyone can ever endure, isn't it?
You've never seen me before a festival. I'm just kicking things left, right, and centre. Just epic stress. But when it works and it pulls off, and you've got some great people playing, it's like it's not even work. It's a pleasure.
Yeah. So also you've quite often joined in at the electronic music open mic nights. Have you enjoyed those rather a lot then?
Oh man,
wow. I mean, I think I last saw you at one of those in York, maybe.
Yeah. Again, it's been like that sort of really nice community spirit. You know, there's a lot of like-minded people going down, doing all this crazy electronic stuff, and there's some real talent out there. There really is some real talent out there, and I love being there. Just everybody's so welcoming, and
it's a great
if you get a chance to go to one,
you never know what you're going to get exactly. It's
yeah. I mean, one night it could be breakcore, one night it could be like noisy stuff. Then you've got like two people that sound like Portishead. It's just such a mix.
And can you think of anyone in particular who's perhaps been particularly exciting and inspiring any of these? Some of the most exciting that you've or not necessarily. Well, I suppose you can have exciting even if it isn't necessarily sort of spectacle kind of thing. But who have you particularly enjoyed? Can you think of anyone?
Yeah. Straight off the bat, the first three people or three bands I can think of would be Holy Grail. Life Hurt, who are literally my favourite band of last year. Love them a bit. Astrophone, also worth checking out.
Astrophone is really quite wonderful indeed, yes. Very big fan of Astrophone here.
Appraisal time for me.
So are you working on any music at the minute? Anything in the pipeline? Something coming out soon?
Yeah, finally getting around to the year and a half late album.
Yeah, I think that's been threatened for quite a while, you know.
It has, but COVID's just made it 50 times worse.
Yeah.
So it's been like getting into that mindset of...
Yeah. So, I mean, you know, there's nothing wrong in it taking time, you know, to take time to get it right, I'd say.
That's it. I mean, sort of the latest track that I did, instead of it being the usual spending 5 days working on the drum programming, it was just bosh, done in 10 minutes. It's like,
nice
this is one of the greatest tracks I've ever done.
Nice when that happens.
So
do you think there will be any more doing when things are back able to do that sort of thing?
When things start getting a little bit more, you know, sort of safer with the whole COVID thing, I want to put on the hugest, greatest music festival ever. I want to do like a sort of all-dayer and just get everybody together and just do this big whole thing. Really missing gigs at the moment. Thankfully playing Emon live in August at the Old Red Bush station.
All right. Anyway, yeah, thanks for filling in last minute. It was rather a bit of a hodgepodge, I know, but appreciate you stepping up to the plate anyway. So all the best. We look forward to the new releases. Tell people where they can find your music.
You can find me on Facebook at 13x Music, YouTube at Doomcat13x, and Bandcamp. You can get downloads from there, 13x Music as well, I think.
Right, okay then, so hopefully we'll have riches flooding in plenty now by people spending a fortune on all your...
charging for this, aren't I?
And people would just throw money at you anyway. If it's,
I wish. Girls poor.
Anyway, thank you very much, and all the best, and see you when we can.
Same to you.
All right.
Have a good one.
All right, bye for now then.